Hi there, homeowners. Want to tackle some electrical projects? Great. Understanding wiring diagrams is the first step. These diagrams are like maps for your home's electrical system. They show you how electricity flows to your lights, outlets, and more. We'll cover the basics, from simple light switches to outlets. Let's get started. Before you start, safety is key. Always turn off the power at the circuit breaker before working on any electrical wiring. You'll need some tools: wire strippers for removing insulation from wires, a multimeter to check for electricity and test your work, and screwdrivers for tightening connections. Remember, electricity is dangerous. Be careful and double-check everything. Wiring diagrams might look confusing at first, but they're pretty simple once you know the basics. The hot wire, which is black or red, brings electricity from the panel. The neutral wire, which is white, completes the circuit, sending electricity back to the panel. The ground wire, which is green or bare, provides a safety path for electricity to flow in case of a problem. You'll see different symbols for switches, outlets, and lights on the diagram. Don't worry, we'll explain those as we go. Let's start with a single-pole switch, the most common type. This type of switch is found in almost every home and is used to control a light or a group of lights from a single location. It's simple, effective, and easy to install, making it a favorite for both DIY enthusiasts and professional electricians. This controls a light from one location. When you flip the switch, it either completes or breaks the circuit, turning the light on or off. It's a straightforward mechanism that has been in use for decades. First, connect the wires. Connect the black or hot wire from the panel to one screw on the switch. This wire carries the electrical current from your breaker panel to the switch. Make sure the connection is tight and secure to avoid any electrical hazards. Then, connect the black wire going to the light fixture to the other screw. This wire will carry the current from the switch to the light fixture, allowing you to control the light with the switch. Again, ensure the connection is firm and secure. Next, connect the neutral wires. Connect the white or neutral wires from the panel and the light fixture together in the junction box. The neutral wire completes the circuit by carrying the current back to the panel. Twist the wires together and secure them with a wire nut. After that, ground everything. Connect the bare ground wires from the panel, the switch, and the light fixture together. Grounding is crucial for safety, as it provides a path for electrical current to follow in case of a fault. This helps prevent electrical shocks and fires. Make sure all wire connections are secure using wire nuts. Wire nuts are essential for ensuring that the connections are tight and won't come loose over time. Loose connections can lead to electrical failures and potential hazards. Finally, put it back together. Carefully tuck the wires back into the junction box and install the switch and cover plate. Make sure the wires are neatly arranged to avoid any pinching or damage when you screw the cover plate on. Remember to turn the power off at the breaker before you start, and test your work with a multimeter before turning the power back on. Safety is paramount when working with electricity. A multimeter will help you ensure that everything is wired correctly and that there are no shorts or other issues before you restore power. Section 5: 2 switches, 1 light. In this section, we will guide you through the process of controlling a single light from 2 different locations using 3-way switches. This is a common setup in many homes, especially in hallways and staircases. Want to control a light from 2 locations? You need 3-way switches. These switches allow you to turn a light on or off from either of the 2 locations, providing convenience and flexibility. These use 2 special wires called traveler wires. First, identify the wires. It's crucial to understand the wiring before you start. Make sure the power is off at the breaker box to avoid any accidents. You'll have 2 traveler wires, typically red and black, between the switches. These wires are responsible for carrying the current between the switches, allowing them to communicate with each other, along with the usual hot, neutral, and ground wires. The hot wire carries the current from the power source, the neutral wire completes the circuit, and the ground wire provides safety by directing any stray current away from the circuit. Next, connect the first switch. This is where the process begins. Ensure you have all your tools ready, including a screwdriver, wire stripper, and electrical tape. Connect the black or hot wire from the panel to the common screw on the first switch. The common screw is usually a different color, often black or dark brass, making it easy to identify. Then connect the 2 traveler wires to the other 2 screws. These screws are typically brass-colored. Make sure the connections are tight and secure to prevent any loose wires. Now connect the second switch. This switch will be installed in the second location where you want to control the light from. Connect the traveler wires to the 2 traveler screws on the second switch. Again, ensure the connections are secure and the wires are properly stripped and twisted. Connect the black wire going to the light fixture to the common screw. At the light, this wire will carry the current to the light fixture when the switch is turned on. Connect the white or neutral wires together. This step is crucial for completing the circuit and ensuring the light functions correctly. Connect the remaining black wire from the second switch to the black wire of the light fixture. This connection ensures that the light can be controlled from both switches. Connect all ground wires together. Grounding is essential for safety, as it helps prevent electrical shocks and potential fires. Make sure all connections are secure. Loose connections can lead to malfunctioning switches or even electrical hazards. Again, double-check everything and test with a multimeter before turning the power back on. This ensures that all connections are correct and there are no short circuits. Once everything is verified, you can safely turn the power back on and test your new setup. Enjoy the convenience of controlling your light from 2 different locations. Section 6. Plugging in. In this section, we'll guide you through the essential steps of connecting your devices to electrical outlets safely and efficiently. Outlets or receptacles are the points where you can plug in your devices to access electrical power. They are a crucial part of any electrical system, providing the necessary connection between your appliances and the power supply. Outlets are wired similarly to switches, making the installation process somewhat familiar if you've ever installed a switch before. However, there are key differences to be aware of. First, let's talk about the hot wire. This wire carries the electrical current from your panel to the outlet. Connect the black or hot wire from the panel to the brass screw on the outlet. This connection is crucial as it ensures the flow of electricity to your devices. Next, we have the neutral wire. This wire completes the electrical circuit by carrying the current back to the panel. Connect the white or neutral wire to the silver screw. This step is essential for the safe operation of your electrical devices. Then, there's the ground wire. This wire is a safety feature that helps prevent electrical shocks. Connect the bare ground wire to the green grounding screw. This connection is vital for your safety, as it directs any stray electrical current safely into the ground. Once all the wires are connected, make sure all connections are tight. Loose connections can lead to electrical faults or even fires. Before turning the power back on, test the outlet with a multimeter. This ensures that everything is connected correctly and safely. For added safety, make sure you're using the correct outlet for your needs. For example, GFCI outlets are essential for wet locations like bathrooms and kitchens, as they provide extra protection against electrical shocks. Section 7. Did it work? Testing your work. After wiring, testing is crucial. Here's how to use a multimeter. First, turn off the power. Double check that the power is off at the breaker. Next, set the multimeter. Set your multimeter to measure voltage or V, then test for voltage. Touch one probe to the hot wire and the other to the neutral wire. The multimeter should read around 120 volts. Finally, test for continuity. Set the multimeter to continuity mode. Touch the probes to each end of a wire to check for breaks. If you don't get the expected readings, double-check your connections and wiring. Section 8. Getting help and staying safe. Remember, even with these basics, electrical work can be dangerous. If you're unsure about anything, call a licensed electrician. Always prioritize safety. Turn off the power at the breaker before working on any wiring, double-check your connections, and use a multimeter to test your work. Section 9. Electricity is powerful. Never forget that electricity is powerful and can be deadly. Don't take any risks. Use insulated tools and wear safety glasses. Never work on electrical wiring when surfaces are wet. Keep children and pets away from your work area. Section 10. Calling in the pros. While it's great to learn basic electrical work, some projects are best left to the professionals. If you're dealing with aluminum wiring, knob and tube wiring, or major electrical upgrades or renovations, call a licensed electrician. They have the experience and knowledge to ensure your safety. Section 11. The joy of DIY electrical. Mastering basic home wiring can be empowering and save you money. By understanding wiring diagrams and following safety procedures, you can tackle simple electrical projects with confidence. Remember, start small, learn as you go, and never hesitate to call for help when needed. Happy wiring!